Hello, spooky souls. I trust you're all doing super well today. It's spooky season. It's my favourite time of the year. It's the time of year where everyone is into the same things that I'm into the entire year. As someone who is sensitive and witchy-woo and in touch with, you know, spiritual things, I thought it might be fun for us to kind of spot the real clips from the fake ones. Honestly, I don't often watch these types of videos. I don't often watch paranormal content. I find that what you surround yourself with is what you become, is what your life becomes. I don't make a point of deliberately inviting the paranormal into my life. However, on the occasions that I have watched this sort of content, I found that most of it isn't real. Although I am witchy-woo and I am spiritual and I am a medium and a psychic and all that good stuff, I still like to maintain a healthy skepticism. I find that it keeps me grounded and stops me floating away like a helium balloon that's been let go. So I thought it might be fun for us to watch some paranormal content, see if we can sift out the rare few real clips or potential real clips from the fake ones, because as I said, there is a lot of fakery out there. Let's dive in. Let's just dive in, shall we? I've got my tea and I've got my blankie in case I get scared. Even though I'm very used to this kind of stuff, it still doesn't mean it doesn't scare me. Oh, I completely forgot to introduce to you Dee Dee. This is Dee Dee. She is a very special doll. We've yet to discover the true nature of her power, but I thought it might be... I don't normally let her watch this sort of content because, by the way, she's wearing a sock. She doesn't have any clothes yet. She's a bit naked under here. I said I was going to get you some clothes. I'm really sorry. I promise you, I'm going to buy you an outfit. I'm going to get her some clothes. Yeah, I don't normally let her watch this kind of content because I don't want her to be influenced, like further influenced by it. Just for today, I'm gonna make an exception. It's spooky season, so she's gonna sit back here. She's gonna just sort of quietly contemplate the spookiness. Okay, I haven't even started watching content yet, like properly. I'm just looking for clips and things. And there's a lot of noise going on over here in the corner next to me. And now I'm talking about it, it stopped. If that was someone intelligent making a load of noise, can you do it again, please? Nothing. Orb. God, there's orbs everywhere. Orb. Dust? Orbs. Orbs? Bug. Bug? No, I don't know. Orbs? There's so many of them, it's making me think that it's dust. But they're leaving trails. Also, that scream sound definitely wasn't it wasn't a scream. I mean, the dogs are obviously reacting to something. Like, you always have to trust animals, I think, in these situations, because they are definitely more in tune with these things than we are. Especially cats. I mean, cats are the guardians of the underworld, so cats can see into the other dimensions simultaneously to being within this particular dimension. I mean, dogs as well. All animals, but cats in particular. But yeah, I mean, undoubtedly there was a sound there. It didn't sound to me like an actual real human scream though. And were they orbs? I think there was way too many of them for them to actually be, you know, orbs, like actual real orbs. I think that was probably dust particles. Although I did notice that one of them kind of changed direction. It was heading towards the door and then it sort of turned around and came back the other way. Something definitely happened. Was it paranormal? I don't think so. Personally, I don't think so. Yeah, that's not real. Okay, that first clip, the way it blinks, not real. I don't know how they did that, but it's not real. Demonic entities do not look like that. In my personal experience, they don't do things like that either. I mean, that's probably just their friend with some contact lenses in. You can get circle contact lenses that fill your entire eye, so not convinced. Also, demons don't look like that. They certainly don't ride the train, so.
Turn off the light. There's like a shadow there. Watch. You see that? What the fuck? What the fuck? Tell me I'm not a fucking crack, dude. Hell no. What the fuck, dude? I'm out of here.
Yeah, definitely creepy. Paranormal though. I mean, we don't know what was behind the door. There could have been anything casting a shadow that made it look like a person, so I'm not convinced with that, I'm afraid. I think that baby was just extremely uncoordinated. It didn't look like the leg got pulled to me. Yeah, kids see spirits all the time. They're closer to source energy. They're fresh from it. They've not had long enough on Earth to forget about it. So I used to see ghosts when I was little, so I used to see spirits all the time. Well, this kid is clearly just playing with his shadow, so. Oh, what? Okay, that did actually make my eyes water a little bit. I wasn't expecting that. That was good. That was good. Okay, wait. Wait a minute. Kids looking at something, then shadow appears. And then it just dissipates. I mean, I can't say that I have experienced anything like that personally. I'm not convinced that that was real. I mean, the trouble is that there's so much exceptional technology available to us now that it's really easy to fake this stuff. And it is really unfortunate because it makes it difficult to prove it when it is real and you have actually captured something. But then it equally makes it very difficult to disprove something that's fake. So oh man. This is why I don't watch this kind of content. I don't know if my microphone picked that up at all, but there was some banging happening just then. I'm just going to assume that came from the neighbour's house and not from within my own home. Yeah, so, I mean, it's a tough one to know whether that was a real paranormal encounter or not that was captured on video. Personally, I've not experienced anything like that. Doesn't mean that it hasn't happened somewhere. But in my personal experience, spirits don't show themselves in that kind of way. And if they do, they are not spirits of people who were once alive as humans or as animals. They are lower level entities and they are masquerading as a spirit. Unknown. I'm going to put unknown next to that one. Not sure. What? Okay. What? I'm not sure really what we're even looking at here. It looks like they're sleeping on a balcony or something, but then there's like a room over yonder. Yeah, there's like a person walking around. So I'm not sure what we're looking at. It is a balcony, right? That was a bug, not an orb. Yeah, there's people coming down a staircase. We don't know who's off camera. Why are these children sleeping on a balcony, just on the floor? I mean, they're outside, right? I'm convinced that they're outside at this point. So there was a breeze. Yeah, I'm... It's weird clip. This is a setup. This isn't real. Honestly, I feel like this is the beginning of a supernatural porno. Okay, moving on.
He's not catching ball with you? Yeah. You need somebody to play ball?
Mm-hmm.
I really don't think I'm ever gonna be able to see this shit. Listen to it. Listen to that. Jesus. I mean, this is my whole closet.
Orb.
My kitchen.
Orb.
I haven't even had this camera set up a day and already caught paranormal activity. Watch the mirror. I hate this creepy AF haunted spooky group.
I'll pull the other one, mate. It's got bells on. He's even wearing a hat. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Cheese. Cheese. What you doing? What you see? What? What you see? Who are you saying hi to? Who are you saying hi to? Dude, you need to stop that. You're freaking me out. Come on.
Where are you waving at, Liv?
It makes me really sad when I see adults doing that. Like, it's fair that your kid has freaked you out, but it's so important not to dismiss it when your kid is like seeing something and they're experiencing something. Telling them, oh, you've got to stop that, you're scaring me and stuff, is like fair that maybe it is scaring you, but it just makes me really sad when I see this, because that, you know, happened to me as a kid. I was seeing ghosts and spirits and, you know, lower level entities and stuff all the time, every day, every minute of every day, and it wasn't frightening to me until I realized that I was the only one who could see it and experience it and hear it, feel it, etc. Then it used to frighten me, and then my parents would tell me, it's not real, it's just your imagination, you're just making it up, it's your imaginary friend, etc. And it completely invalidated my experiences, and because of that I grew up to be a really nervous, afraid child. So my heart goes out to these very young children that have not yet come to understand that they're seeing something that most older people can't see. The reason that the older people can't see them is because they have told themselves it's not real, or their parents have told them it's not real. All children are aware of what we refer to as the supernatural, and it's like I said, it's because they're closer to source energy. They were more recently in source energy and have not been on Earth long enough to have forgotten about being there, so they're still connected to it. And the longer you spend here on Earth, the longer you have to forget about it and to shut it out. Parents help children to shut it out by telling them that it's not real. So when I see clips like that, it makes me feel really sad. If you are a parent and your child is exhibiting these types of, you know, this type of behavior, validate it, listen to them. You can learn a lot from them by asking them questions. Validate them. Please just validate your children. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, see, it even says at the top, I didn't even see that until just now. Always believe your kids.
Almost couldn't walk.
She was old. She could walk, but she was old. Okay?
Mommy, your grandma's here. And she says, hi, Jamila.
What?
Your grandma's here. And she says, hi, Jamila.
Yeah. Always believe your kids. They know what they're talking about.
Is this a skinwalker on his...
Well, hang on a second. Yeah. It's astounding to me how many people don't know that deer lose their antlers every year. They grow new antlers every spring. They lose them in the fall and in the winter. This deer obviously felt that his antlers were getting loose, and so that's why he was waving his head around all weirdly. It's not a skinwalker, it's a deer. I mean, it's beyond me, the stupidity of some people. Really is.
There's a skinwalker on his roof.
Can we just address for a moment the bravery of this camera, of the person holding this camera? Just put yourself in this person's shoes, right? You are outside, you're underneath this veranda, and there is someone crawling on the roof. Would you whip out your phone and record a video, or would you get extremely freaked out and run away? You wouldn't take out your phone and film it, would you? Because you would be A, shocked, B, surprised, and C, even fearful of it. The last thing on your mind would be, oh, this will make an amazing TikTok. Come on.
I was taking the trash out with my son, and he kept pointing at the mirror and waving, and I didn't know why. So I pulled the camera out, and I can't believe I caught this.
That's Rowan.
Oh, I mean, the kid was probably just waving at his own reflection, because kids have yet to understand, when they're that young, have yet to understand that that's their own reflection. So it is probably more likely what was going on, and he used some sort of effect to make it look like there was a kid in the mirror.
Right now, Paul! Come here, right now! Paul! Right now! What is that? What is that? What is that?
I mean, it honestly looks like a pair of Chinese lanterns that have been lit and set off. This is a Chinese lantern. Chinese lanterns are traditionally lit and set free into the atmosphere to commemorate the Chinese New Year. Side note, they're pretty dangerous. They can set things on fire, so if you're ever going to use a Chinese lantern, be responsible.
Finally caught on camera.
Bed round too. So Adrian's just been trying to turn this lamp off. Yeah. He turned it off, it clicked, the light stayed on. We've just settled for bed, and the lights just decided to turn back on.
It's actually flicked the other way.
Right, I don't really have night mode, so I don't know how this is gonna go. We shall see if it turns back on like it just has. Turn it off.
It's all well and good. Right, it's off. Nah.
Honestly, I was starting to get quite bored there. I mean, it's very sweet, their reaction to this, but honestly I would just replace the lamp. The pattern on the shade suggests to me that it's an old lamp, that maybe it's not a brand new one. I would be inclined to change the lamp in case the one that they're using has got faulty wiring. If it's still doing it then with the new lamp and it's behaving the exact same way, then I think you could debunk it as being faulty wiring and say, yeah, there is something paranormal to this. But I would need to see more evidence to just straight away be like, yeah, there's a ghost in the house.
You have to see this. The Grim Reaper may have actually been caught on camera. So this video I'm about to play is coming out of El Salvador, where there have been recent reports of paranormal manifestations accompanying tragic events. Some paranormal investigators say that this was the angel of death caught on camera. Watch this. In this video, you can see the moment that a driver loses control of their vehicle, crashes through a guardrail, and ends up in a ravine. The accident resulted in the death of the driver. Now this is the strange part. Moments after the car crashes, a truck passes by, and on this truck you can see a dark humanoid figure standing and seemingly observing the car crash. Paranormal investigator Caesar Saget believes that this was the angel of death, who is cited in parts of the Bible, and who he says is responsible.
Why was he riding around on top of a truck? I mean, it's just ridiculous. Also, Grim Reaper is a representation of the enigma that is human death. It's not an actual dude with a scythe. It's a representation. It's like Father Christmas. Sorry kids, but Santa Claus is the personification of Christmas. The Grim Reaper is the personification of death. It's not actually a real dude that runs around with a scythe in a cloak that rocks up when you die. Same way Santa Claus doesn't really rock up and throw presents down your chimney. It's a representation. No.
Mirrors are portals.
Okay, that was kind of cool. No, that was fake. Yeah, it's fake.
She makes like a creepy smile.
What? I don't understand what I just saw in that clip. Also fake.
Mirrors are portals.
Yeah, fake. Mirrors are portals, but this video is fake.
Get a tissue. Don't yell like that. Look at me. First of all, don't raise your voice like that. It's inappropriate. And see, now the ghost is very upset. Don't do that.
And there's no ghost in here.
Well, that's... I don't know. Luke? Get a tissue. Well, don't raise your voice like that. It's inappropriate. And see, now
Okay, on closer inspection, someone's comment here just caught my eye. The emotional trauma you're putting that ghost through. That object just tipped over. It didn't get pushed or propelled or in anything in any way. Not a ghost. Dog's looking.
What? You've already had your treats.
Always believe your kids, but always believe your animals as well.
Where is it? Show me then. Show me.
He is showing you.
Show me.
Those oven doors are pretty hard to open. You have to really yank them open, don't you? You couldn't just pull that with a bit of string, I don't think.
Thanks very much. Fucking twat.
You tell him.
Pretty sick of this now. You can pack it up in here. Oh wow. Oh, well done. You can open a cupboard door. How powerful you are. What else can you do? Oh, fuck. Hey. Fuck off, you fucking twat.
I mean, you asked him, really. You asked for that, I'm afraid.
Motherfucker.
Thing is, like, swearing at it and getting angry about it and frustrated is feeding it. I am actually convinced by this one. I've experienced a little bit of this type of activity before from a lower level entity, and this is actually classic poltergeist behavior. It's like textbook. I think this is genuine, actually. Of course, there's lots of ways to debunk it. There could be all sorts of mechanisms. They've obviously set this camera up specifically to capture this kind of activity. They're aware of this activity, and that's why they've set this camera up. There's no other reason why you would set up a camera in the pantry like they have. I have seen a good handful of videos from this particular household. I'm certainly no expert in this field, but having had some first-hand experience, I would say that this is genuine. In which case, this guy has got a real problem on his hands. There's definitely ways to get rid of something like that, but it's not going to happen in a day, and it's not going to happen whilst he is living in the house, because the way that he is reacting to this entity is unfortunately not the right way to handle it. I mean, I get it. He's English, I'm English. I get the whole, you know, calling him a twat and stuff. Like, I get it. It's a very genuine English response to getting twatted in the face with a bag of coffee beans. Having banished a lower level entity myself, yeah, not the right way to react to it if you want it to leave you alone. On that note, I think we'll leave it there for today. Did you learn anything today, Dee Dee? Hopefully not. So yeah, thank you for, you know, being here with me today and enjoying some paranormal content. I think it's always fun to look at this kind of content and then debunk it and rationalize it and be skeptical of it. As a psychic medium, I always demand more proof. So yeah, with that being said, thank you for being here with me today. I appreciate your beautiful faces as always. Remember that you are loved, you are worthy, and you are important. Stay spooky, and I will see you guys in the next one.